Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome everybody. Today we're gonna learn some important words. Let's get started. رضيع 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 R R R R R. The sound of R. We have here Ra. This letter gives us the sound of R. Ra 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 Ra. And this mark in the top gives us the sound of A. Ra 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 Ra. So let's write here. This is the first letter. Ra 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 Ra. I'm gonna write it here in English from the right to the left. And this mark on the top sounds like A. So Ra 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 D. It's not D, it is a D. It's a strong D. This letter sounds like strong D. D. The sound of E. D. This mark gives us the sound of E. So I'm gonna add here E. So pay attention. When I add this mark on the top, it sounds like A. When I add it under, it sounds like E. Ra, D, Ra, D, Ra, D, Ra, D, long vowel, yeah. Ra, D, this letter as if I added another E here. Ra, D. Until now, we just have two syllables. Ra, D, Ra, D. And in the end, رضيع رضيع I have this letter does not exist in English. رضيع 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 طفل 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 طي. The sound of strong what? Strong T. It's not T. It's sound of strong T. طي. It's not T. Okay, so I will write it here like this in bold for you to remember that it's a strong T. طي. طفل. طي. I have here كسرة, so I must add E here. طي. طف. The sound of F. The sound of F here. And I will add sukoon because I will pause here. So I say طف. Let's add here F. طف. This is the first syllable. طفل. The sound of L in the end of the word. طفل. طفل. مراهق. مو. The sound of M. Mu. Let's write it here. Mu. And the sound of O. Mu. So let's add O. This mark sounds like O. Mu. R. The sound of R. Mura. Mur. Let's add R here. Mur. Ra. The sound of A, we have fatha, so let's add A here. This one sounds like A. Ra, and this one sounds like O. Mura. Long vowel alif, so let's add another A here. Ra. Mura. The sound of H. This letter sounds like H. Murahi. The sound of E. This mark. Murahi. Murahiq. This letter sounds like a strong K. It's not K. It's Q. Murahiq. مراهق. راشد. The sound of R. Ra. The sound of A. We have fatha here, sounds like A. Ra. Long vowel alif. Let's add another A here. Ra. The sound of SH. So we have this letter. It sounds like SH. rush, rush, rush. Let's add it together here. Rush, rush, rushi, rushi. Let's invert it. I'm sorry. So I'm gonna add the S here and then the H here. Sh, rashi, rashi. We have the sound of E here. Rashi, rashid, the sound of D. In the end, this letter sounds like D. So like this. Rashid, 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 rashid. عيد ميلاد عيد ميلاد عيد ميلاد عي. This letter does not exist in English. عي. With كسرة, this كسرة sounds like E. عي. Long vowel ياء. عي. Let's write this part here. So how it will be, it is this letter and this mark sounds like E and this one sounds another E. عي. The sound of D. Let's add it here too. But I say I do. This one sounds like O. I do. ميلاد. The sound of M. I say me. This one sounds like E. Me. Long vowel. Yeah, like this one here. Do you see? So I'm gonna add another E. I have me. I. Okay. Me. Lad. The sound of L here. So this letter sounds like L. Say عيد مي. Le. We have fatha here. It sounds like A. Le. عيد مي لا. Long vowel ألف. La. So this one here, it will be another A. La. ميلاد. The sound of D, like this one here. Do you see? I will add it here in the end. عيد ميلاد. As you see here, I didn't add any mark. Like here, I added ضمة, do. But here, there is no any mark because I will pause here. I'll stop here. So when I stop, so the last sound must be consonant. عيد ميلاد. عيد ميلاد. عيد ميلاد. عيد ميلاد. دعوة. The sound of D here. We have the. That one sounds like A. Da. We said before this letter does not exist in English. Da. So I will write it as it is. Da. In Franco-Arab, when we write Arabic in English, we substitute this letter by number 3. Okay? I will show you now how. Da. We have sukun here because I will pause here. Da. Wa. The sound of W here. So this letter will give me the sound of W. And I say wa. The sound of A. This mark sounds like A. Wa. Da'wa. The sound of H in the end. So I have ta marbuta. It sounds like H. Ta marbuta. If I add any mark here, for example, like dhamma, it will be tu. It will sound like da wa tu. But I will stop here because I'm not gonna write more words after. So I will pause here. So that's why I say da wa. And here is the example how we write this in Franco-Arab. Da'wah. Hadiyya. Ha. The sound of H. So we have this letter. Ha. Let's write it here. Ha. Sound of A. Ha. D. Sound of D. Ha. D. This letter sounds like D. Ha. D. D. كسرة. So we must add E. D. هادي. هادي. هدية. هدية. Okay. Here, this letter does not sound like long vowel like in the previous words. Okay. I don't say hadi. No, I say haday. Haday. So let's write it here like Y. It's not exactly, okay, but this is the closest way to be written. Haday. Haday. But pay attention, I pronounce the letter 2 times. I say haday. Yeah. Okay, so I pronounce it another time. It's 2 times pronounce it. Yeah. Haday. Haday. So when I pronounce the letter 2 times, we have shadda here. When we find this mark on the top of any letter, it means I must pronounce it 2 times. Okay. Haday. And here we have the sound of A. I will add it here on the top. So let's write it like this. Actually, we have now 3 syllables. This is the first syllable, ha, and then day, and then ya. Ha, day, ya. Ha, day, ya. Okay? Don't forget, we pronounce this letter 2 times. Okay? Ha, day, ya. هدية. Let me show you how we pronounce it in Arabic, okay? So this letter, when it is out of the word, we write it like this. This is ya. It has a different shape, okay? Pay attention. As we said, we pronounce it 2 times. The first time we pronounce it with sukoon, and the second time we pronounce it with fatha, okay? Fatha because we have fatha here. And the first time is sukoon. So that's why we say هدي. Yeah, هدية. هدية. You got it? هدية. And the last letter is هدية. Okay. We have here ta marbuta. Normally, this ta marbuta sounds like T when we add any mark on the top, like to. Okay? Or ta or T. Okay? But as I'm not gonna add any mark here, as we will stop here, so we pronounce it like H. It will be like this. هدية. هدية.